This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Racial consultants are standing by. We'll take caller 9844999 Ola, and you'll play Profile this in minutes. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check into Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Poor woman. She's been dreading sex her entire life.
The more you know.
Oh, my God.
Like, did they never watch a porn?
Apparently, yeah, they probably watched too many. That's what happened.
Oh, my God. That's so bad.
It is the top category. It is the top category. It's the first one you click alphabetically.
Sex ahead, alphabetically.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my God.
Get through this category first.
A man in Arkansas was arrested last month on a warrant from California, but his girlfriend got him out by posing as a deputy from California and telling them to let him go. The cops eventually figured out what happened, and the couple was arrested last week.
It's amazing.
You realize it took them 2 days to find out what happened.
You're kidding me. No. 2 days?
Because the real deputy called to say, hey, I'll be in at whatever time to grab inmate whatever. And they're like, we thought you already grabbed him. That's how they found out.
Oh, no.
Yep.
I wonder if it's that same theory that you used to get you down on the football field. As long as you walk in and you at least look halfway right and you just look pissed.
Nothing about me looks right, but if you master the walk, it's the walk of self-importance, anger, and I'm in a hurry. And if you can combine those three, you can convince anyone that you are exactly where the hell you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
Or just dress as Bert and Ernie.
Yes, or
that's
that. Why would you think that's... You're going to sneak onto an NFL field. Yeah, I'm Ernie for halftime.
I went to a Fish concert and we dressed as Bert and Ernie, and people invited us into suites. Everybody was like, get in here, Bert and Ernie. Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, I'm going to do that and rob people.
A woman in Louisiana recently... rob people. A woman in Louisiana recently got a hell of a surprise when she found some new papers that showed she was divorced.
Surprise!
Wow. It turns out her husband and his new girlfriend had forged her signature on their divorce papers.
Oh.
Okay.
They were just arrested for filing false public records and forgery. That is against the law, kids.
God damn it. Just tell your wife you want a divorce.
Right.
But to play it safe, I mean, but who reads newspapers?
I wonder if he did, Ted. I wonder if he said, I want a divorce, and she went, no, not going to happen.
No, he did not.
He did not, or he wouldn't have forged this stuff.
Well, maybe he really wanted the divorce. If she's saying no,
I'm guessing he really wanted the divorce.
People say no to divorces all the time. If the spouse wants a divorce, you get a divorce. Mm-hmm. You can't just go, nope, we're sticking together.
You don't have to both agree.
Well, I don't know divorce. There's a tweet
you will.
Yes, you will.
There's a tweet going viral right now that's ruining a lot of childhoods. A woman tweeted about the This Little Piggy nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
All right. Says, I just realized that this little piggy went to market doesn't mean he went food shopping.
You ever seen a pig go to the grocery store?
Nope.
Right. You ever eaten one?
But you always assume because they also had the three little pigs there. And do you ever see one build a house?
Yeah, but they lived and built effing houses, right?
No, only one lived because he built the right house.
Wow. Well, I thought the other two...
the other ones went to his house, dude.
What story
in the
did
Happy
you get?
Fairy Tale.
I had a different book.
Damn.
I had the real book. That wolf ate good with the straw house and the stick house.
Real good.
Real good.
He didn't even need that third pig.
That's why he gave up so damn fast.
As he was knocking on his door because he needed a napkin.
That story originated in South Carolina.
There you go. Are pickles a good pizza topping?
No, pickles aren't good anything.
A pizzeria in New York just created a pizza that puts them on top of garlic sauce and cheese.
Would I get
hey, what are these, pickles?
What do you with dill?
Damn.
I mean, I just imagine some guy from Jersey.
Oh, look at that.
Right?
They put a pickle on a pizza.
You are a jackass.
Boom. A woman in Atlanta wanted to give her dad a kidney back in 2016, but was too overweight. So she spent the last 2 years losing 70 pounds and never told him why until recently.
And then he died.
The transplant happens 1 week from today.
Actually, it's an awesome story.
I thought you were going to say she wanted to give him a kidney. She was overweight, so she killed someone and stole theirs.
You know what? I
She
do have
lost all
one
the-
good story a
I
day.
was to say, she lost all the weight, and then she was a perfect match.
That is a good story. It's just that earlier, Mike was saying that 2 of the 3 little pigs were eaten by a well-fed wolf. I just figured every story ended awful.
I don't sugarcoat the facts.
That's
was
to
fat,
be the
she ain't fat
slogan
no
of
more.
your
She
news
ain't a kid.
network.
The mayor of Hoboken, New Jersey, apparently tried to praise himself on Facebook on Tuesday using another account, but he forgot to log out of his own account.
Jesus.
I'm guessing everyone noticed that.
People called him out, and his office blamed it on his brother. Then they deleted the comment.
Blamed it on his brother.
Yeah.
Come on, you're a politician. Yeah, I gave my brother my passcode.
And who really praises anybody of political power on social media?
Thank you for your hard work and dedication.
Right, you can stand behind them if they say, hey, here's what I've put into law, but really, all they ever get that's just straight out here, I'm just going to send this to you unsolicited, is nothing positive.
Right. Let me tell you about the 3 little pigs.
That's right. You don't know. A resort company...
It's also just amazing, right? Kevin Durant's got caught twice doing it.
Right.
The guy from the Sixers lost his job because of it. Like, you're adults. You're making fake Twitter accounts to
praise
talk
yourself.
about yourself?
That's strange.
Tell me I'm awesome.
Yeah, man. Ted wouldn't go for that.
Ted's a real man.
I don't need to hype, man.
A resort company in Mexico is looking to hire someone to travel between their 6 resorts for a year to put up social media content about everything that they have to offer, and they'll pay you $120,000 to do it.
They do happy endings in the janitor closet.
Oh, no.
Just ask for Sal. Hand him a $10 bill.
77% of Americans say they have a travel bucket list, according to a new survey.
I think everybody has places they'd like to see. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Things. I mean, if you didn't.
Only 3% of people have completed it.
Yeah, because the rest of us are still alive.
Because it's time and money.
45% are pretty sure they're never going to cross off a single place on their list.
Oh, well, damn.
Well,
I'm just dangling that carrot in front
I
of
know,
me.
like, how high are your hopes?
The moon.
I mean, sometimes I just say
I want to see
stuff.
the top of Everest.
Right, like, I'd like to go to Asia or something, but it's not like I have to.
Yeah, it's entirely different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you say, like, I want to climb Mount Everest, you climb mountains? Nope. Like, dude, just get a helicopter up. Look at the postcard.
Can't get up there.
A 20-year-old man in Iowa was arrested this week for breaking into a water park and stealing, quote, an undisclosed amount of funnel cakes.
Oh, I mean, that's something good to steal. Funnel cakes are... Wait a minute. To make a funnel cake, you got to cook it in the oil.
I would think so. It's the only way I've seen it, right?
So did he steal the batter? Did he make cakes and then walk out with them? That seems like a tense process.
Maybe they were pre-made funnel cakes then.
No such thing.
No such thing, dude.
I mean, you maybe 10 minutes pre-made because they're getting heavy with orders, but man, those are... I don't think you keep them overnight.
Strange story.
Actually, that said, I would keep a funnel cake overnight and devour it the next day.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as good.
No, it wouldn't be as good, but I'd eat that. But it's better than anything else I'm probably going to eat that morning.
Mm-hmm.
2 teens in rural Pennsylvania say they broke into a high school and sprayed a fire extinguisher because there's nothing else to do in that town.
Get a rec center, all right? If so, dude, we had nothing else to do.
What was the name of the town, Mike?
It says here I'm not working on it.
Hey, Mike, did I tell you what my niece's summer job is? She's 15.
No.
She's a lifeguard. Kept the job, too.
Zap! Zap! Got personal.
Man, oh, man.
Is that so, Ted?
I'm not working on it.
I'd look into your life, but I'm not working on it. Researchers are now studying the health benefits of probiotics found in baby poop.
What?
Yep. They might actually make a pill out of it.
Out of baby poop.
Out of baby poop.
I'm telling you right now, if you're a parent, you've had poop hit you in the lip.
Do you feel better?
I certainly don't. In fact, it kind of distracted me for the rest of my day.
Well, now my toe doesn't hurt anymore.
It must have been when the baby pooped in my mouth.
A student in North Carolina was punished for calling the teacher something she didn't appreciate.
What's that?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. First, the game is...
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
Ask Steve to throw a hug. Can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hello, gentlemen. How we doing?
Hola! All right, Kyle, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Let's go to Memphis, Tennessee, where a St. Francis Hospital security guard was arrested after witnesses told police they saw him having sex with a corpse. The 23-year-old was charged with abuse of a corpse. The 2 witnesses told police they saw him in the act with a female corpse in the hospital's body storage room. That was just earlier this week. According to the court documents, he admitted to the crime. Now, St. Francis Hospital, they said that the guard who worked for a contractor, that's always the first thing you point out if someone's contractor, they say he has, in fact, been terminated by the company. I can't believe they have to make that statement. I just assume that if you have sex with a dead body on company property, you lose your job. That's just me. But the Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance, which licensed this guy as an unarmed security guard, they said, hey, man, we did a search of his records, but it showed no criminal record nor any complaint history. Part of me thinks that's because corpses don't complain. Anyway, his bond was set at $3,000. Do you believe that this security guard is black, white, Mexi, or Asian?
Well, when you first started by saying Memphis, Tennessee, and, the man and have sex, my mind immediately went to black guy.
Oh, you know it, man. I'm thinking about a corpse right now.
Mm-hmm. But as soon as you said corpse, my brain changed completely to not black guy. Like, I feel like that's not a black guy move there. So, I mean, honestly,
having sex on the job. But, and you know what? On behalf of black men everywhere, I'm cool with that. But fair, right? Okay. I hope to prove you true sometime. But right, I'm glad that also once you added corpse, I got taken out of that. Like, right on. Speak on.
I'm a little thrown off now. Is that a normal thing white people are doing?
It's just not something we do, bro. Yeah, I had sex, but she wasn't dead.
I hope not.
When I go to HR, that's my defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, honestly, like, I don't remember ever seeing a story where someone was having sex as a corpse and it wasn't a white guy.
So, you gotta go that.
What do you guys think? Am I missing anything here?
What were the choices again?
Black, white, Mexi, or Asian?
I don't know why, but I'm going Asian.
Okay.
I don't have a ton to back it up.
Kyle, what's your final answer?
I'm going to go with my gut and go white guy.
All right, we're going to find out if he was black, white, Mexican, or Asian next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room.
All right, to profile this, we had to Memphis, Tennessee.
Yes.
And we've got a guy who is a security guard, and he's working at a hospital. And lo and behold, down there in the morgue, I'm assuming that's in the basement.
I would guess you don't put it on the top
Yeah, right.
in case there's a leak.
I would just assume
It's
that
like
you gotta
storing
go down.
meat in the
Right.
fridge, bro. You don't want the blood dripping into everything.
That's what I was thinking, too. It's got to be in the basement.
Or the
Anyway,
sex juices.
Somebody walked in on this guard, and he was having sex with a corpse
Yeah,
at
mama.
the hospital.
So, Kyle, we asked you, did you believe this guy was black, white, Mexican, or Asian? And as you ran through it, you said, when I first started the story, security guard caught having sex, you thought, black dude. When I added with the corpse, you thought white dude, and you stuck to it. Ted, you guessed Asian.
I did.
To both of you. That's right, I threw the curveball today. Black.
So his theory was dead wrong.
That's right.
Dead wrong.
Pun intended.
Oh, wait.
Oh, listen to you.
It was like you think that joke was stiff.
Now for all TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
It's okay, Miles. That punchline had a final destination. Death joke. Got him.
You want to talk about death? We're going to make it funny.
I was going to go here, but I didn't know if it would be appropriate or not. You know what I mean?
I just assume it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, let Ted say it then.
That's more of a Miles joke. So, you guys remember the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Sure we do.
Yeah. I do, in fact, remember the first. Yeah, brought Will Smith to the screen.
It did. And you know, it's funny, Mike asked me today, he goes, was he a rapper first or a TV guy first?
I don't remember.
And how old did you feel?
I didn't feel that old. As I said, my brother used to buy his albums, and I'd listen to them.
Oh, that's how you get out of it.
Yeah, he definitely was a rapper beforehand.
Yes,
and then
sir.
there's a funny story that he needed money for something, and that's why he kind of agreed to do the show.
I don't remember what it was, but yeah, that was the thing at the time. So it was a rap, more like party jam stuff, right?
Right, that's what's
so
up.
he's
Like
not
his
going
rap,
Tupac. It was pop.
right?
So.
Parents just don't understand.
Right.
There was a hilarious song about an old lady. It was like something like "Turn Off Your Blinker, Bitch."
Right.
Like, I mean, like me and my brother, like we were fans of Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff. So if you've never seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you'll probably still recognize the theme. But first, I'll play you the original theme song.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Right, Robin knows. We could probably do all the dance moves, too.
I'll break it down, man.
Like it's spun around right
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air."
All right, so
Right.
I cut it off there, but trust me, like as Rob was, most people could sing the entire song.
By the way, just one quick side note. That might be the last network show where the theme song explained the premise for everything. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Brady Bunch, Gilligan's Island, whatever it was. Like, whatever they sang is what the show was about. Dukes of Hazzard. That may have been the last one where the theme song, if you listen to the words, this is why the show exists, right?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I can't think of another one, man.
Neither can I. I brought him up early. I have dressed as Bert and Ernie myself with my friend Steve Miggs. Also, Bert and Ernie, close friends. It's not a relationship. I don't want to see. I don't want to see the emails.
Okay.
It's been an issue. Trust me. So Bert and Ernie, of course, live on Sesame Street.
That is correct.
Hardest street on the block. They, of course, basically, they kind of did a Bert and Ernie spin on the Fresh Prince song.
Oh.
Now this is a song all about how my life got flipped, turned up eyebrow. Whoa, what? I didn't mean literally.
Won't take long, just a minute, you see.
We'll tell you how we became Bert and Ernie. Ernie, help!
Without seeing what they're doing, I have bad visuals.
On Sesame Street, born and raised, learning letters, numbers, singing sunny days. Growing up, moving, flying the coop. Said bye-bye to my mommy off to 1, 2, 3 stoop.
Oh, wow.
Bars. Jesus, right? All these spits is hot fire. If you want to see the full version of that, you go to the Metro Facebook
What is he
page.
doing when he's screaming?
So in the Fresh Prince one, by the way, the Metro Facebook, it has both of them. So watch the original one first. It's just weird. Like part of the imagery is him in this big like king chair, and it's like spinning around and stuff. So when it happens to Bert and Ernie, that's like not literally.
Okay. Man, that humor.
Yeah. Well, Bert and Ernie, classics.
All-time greats.
Let's see. ESPN, Jesus. ESPN, who's owned by ABC. But ABC is working on bringing back. What show do you think we're bringing back now?
Is it a drama or a sitcom?
It's a sitcom.
How old?
All in the Family.
I want to say it's from like the 60s.
Oh, I Dream of Jeannie.
You're close.
Bewitched.
Bewitched.
Didn't they already do that? They did a movie. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, they did a movie in 2005 with Will Ferrell and Nicole Kidman. The original series was from 64 to 72. Then they had a spinoff, of course, with Samantha's daughter, Tabitha, in 1977.
Oh, I thought it was called We Bitched. Yeah, they bewitched and they switched the letters to We Bitched. Much different show.
Now, what do you think is going to be the new spin on this?
All right, so if you don't know, the wife is a witch.
Correct.
And she's not a bad witch.
And the
wiggles her
husband
nose.
is in the military?
Right. He is a mortal who is in the military. And I want to say the mother-in-law is a typical mother-in-law, but is also a witch.
Correct.
That's the premise. So if
they put a wacky spin on it.
You're already married to a witch. I don't think you need more spin, but what do they got?
Samantha's going to be black now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Right. I'm like, is that crazy of a spin, an interracial couple?
You don't know it's going to be, because she might. Now, listen, if I did that, right, you just say this bunch, I'm like, all right. And then instead of wiggling her nose, it would be like a big voodoo incantation. Oh, you don't step into the wrong thing now.
It does bring up the Santana debate. Is she then a black magic woman or a black magic woman?
Right.
Well, and I
Could
will
you
say,
use that song now for that. So,
Yeah.
She's a black magic woman. So she's no longer
Is she in black magic, or is she black and magic? Does magic and
no,
a woman?
She's black, but she's a magical woman.
Right.
Okay.
So now we can use that as the theme song to the new Bewitched.
It actually should be all right. It's from the creators of Blackish. So they say
They got a theme working out.
Jeez, it is.
Samantha will have powers, but she also discovers that, quote, even though she Quote, even though she's literally magical, she's still not as powerful as a decently tall white male with a full head of hair in America. Which, I'll be honest, I'm a short dude, white dude that's bald. Like, this kind of hurts me too.
We understand that you're a witch and powerful, but we're not going to hire you.
Right?
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. But that kind of brings me to my next thing. There are 30 major TV reboots.
Rhubarb.
Jesus Christ. Reboots.
We're almost there.
I know, man. I know. I'm like the turtle. Wait,
We are.
I'm like the hare. We're going to stop here by the finish
down
line.
the home stretch on this thing.
All right. So 30 major TV reboots currently airing. Star Trek Discovery, MacGyver, Hawaii Five-0, Will and Grace, American Idol, Dynasty, Arrested Development, Fuller House, Queer Eye, Lost in Space, One Day at a Time, and The Tick.
Man.
The Tick.
I like The Tick.
I like The Tick.
Yeah,
I didn't see that
one,
coming.
that's one that I look for.
From that list, I'm like,
I
wait,
enjoyed
what?
that show.
Well, it's The Tick.
The Tick is back, man.
Coming this season, all right. Magnum P.I., Murphy Brown, that I'm pretty sure nobody asked for, The Connors, which is a new show.
Who the hell is The Connors?
Because Roseanne got fired, so now it's just The Connors.
right.
I still don't think that. I guess that is a reboot. Charmed and Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
The Witch. She looks a little different this year.
She's black.
She's wearing overalls, let's just say that. And her hair is not very long. There may not be a rat tail. I'm just saying. It's just my guess. I don't know. But the Teenage Witch.
Oh, and in development we have Miami Vice, The Twilight Zone, The Munsters, Bewitched, The Jetsons, 24, Roswell,
Jesus.
Animaniacs, Veronica Mars, Rugrats, The L Word, Alf,
Oh, no. Why did you bring
and Frasier.
God damn. The home of original programming?
Yes.
Of once original programming.
Kelsey Grammer, to his defense, he talked about it, and I agree with what he's kind of saying here. Like, look, if we do a different kind of spinoff, then the thing will be good. But yeah, Kelsey's talking about it more. It's his show.
You know, we're talking about it. We'll see.
Do you like the idea of it?
If it's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hate for it to be, just sort of a repeat of stuff we've done already. The thing is, it's almost 20 years later.
That's crazy.
And, it is technically since the day we started in 93. He's a great character, and his next, sort of incarnation would be what I would want to do. Right. With, I think, some of the other characters that were already on the show. And, of course, John's gone now. Yeah. The fellow who played Martin, my dad, he died this year. So we might use that as a launching pad, kind of, to kind of bring everybody together again.
Yeah, right. And the problem is Kelsey Grammer's a big enough star. Like, I don't think he needs the money.
No, he does
not. I think for some of these other reboots, right? If somebody was like, "Hey, we're going to reboot the show that made you rich and famous," it'll
That's Jimmy Walker on Good Time.
Right, I'm saying if they were like, it's only going to be half a good and have half the audience, it's going to have the checks.
Right.
That's like,
Kelsey
because I am back.
He was on television for 30 straight years?
Yeah.
That guy never has to work a day.
And that's the one character. And it doesn't matter what he does. That's who he is.
Yeah. I still think his best action shot was probably that one famous one where he walks off the stage.
Yeah, he didn't mean to.
Yeah, he's just giving it sounds like a big important speech.
And he's gone.
And he's
just
talking in that voice that he has, and he's not looking at the end of the and steps right off. But the moment he steps off, he cusses. I mean, so everybody, oh God, damn.
Yeah, exactly. Down goes
Down goes Frasier.
That's pretty funny. I never thought about it that way. Down goes Frasier. You ever thought about? Let me rephrase this. What do you usually pay for on pay-per-view sporting wise?
$49.95 normally. That's the ticket.
But I'm saying, what do you pay? What sport are you paying for?
Used to be, what sport are you paying for?
It used to be boxing, I guess.
Yeah,
boxing,
like generally fighting, right?
Yeah.
I think, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, fighting's the big one.
There's no other.
I think because we're already conditioned to believe that if you want to see the big fight, not a good one, but the big one, you already expect to pay for it, so we do.
I just don't know
the
anything
Super
else.
Bowl, if they said, we're charging this year, they'd burn us. It'd be like The Purge.
It would be.
It really would be, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something else. Maybe back in the day, I rented bikini football on a beach.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. What are you, a confession?
What did your mom?
You didn't need to bring that up, man.
Did you do that when you first got your own cable?
No. I definitely ordered porn once when my mom left town for the weekend.
And you didn't think that she would see that on the bill?
No.
Did she?
Yeah, of course.
That must be awkward.
How much was it?
Man, it had to be like, I don't know, like same thing, like $15 or whatever.
All right, okay.
I just couldn't pass up the opportunity.
Yeah, did you know it was going to be
I'll
$1
take
million?
the-
You said,
I
hell,
don't
that
get
I'm just going to take the fall.
Well, it was one of those things too. You bought the porn and then you could keep the channel for a while.
Right, that's the thing. There was a payoff.
Saturday night I had a party, but like Friday night people just came by and we drank some beers and be like, dude, I got porn. That sounds so sad about that. All right. So you're used to paying for big fights and this and that.
Sure.
Would you pay for a golf match?
No, I would not.
What if it was Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson face it off for a $9 million winner-take-all match?
How much are they
That's
charging?
pay-per-view?
They're going to put it on pay-per-view.
Oh.
I'm with you, dude. Like the idea of this, it's supposed to be like Thanksgiving weekend. It's like it's a new sporting event. I thought they used to play the Skins game around Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
weekend.
but you know what? It doesn't matter now. Because you can't. I mean,
The Skins game when all the old guys go shirtless.
But I'm just saying, like, this would be exciting to me. But I'm
If you
not.
didn't
I
have to
don't.
pay. But look, it has to live up to super high. If you're going to pay for something, like, part of the reason you pay for these championship fights because they know how to do the hype machine. You know, these boxers, these fighters, whatever it is, they're talking mad trash about each other. It gets personal. There's this build-up. They do the press conferences, and, like, it's a fight, and these guys don't like each other. And there's no better fight. Like, you can watch your two buddies fight. Eventually, they'll stop fighting. You watch your buddy fight an adversary, it's a different fight. So I'm willing to pay. With this, it's a friendly wager, man. It's not like they're going to beat. If you said there's a chance they can beat each other with golf clubs on the third hole, I'm in.
Yeah, right. I'd pay for that. Tiger said the event would be on pay-per-view, but he's not worried about it because people being priced out. They're okay with buying boxing and MMA. Like, yeah, but you're talking about a golf game, dude. At least when you buy a main card, there's usually 5 fights on it.
Exactly.
Boxing has like 3 or 4 fights. Like you want me to pay the same amount of money for a golf match?
Normally, when you're
Would
paying,
you pay to watch Michael Jordan and LeBron James if you could even their age pay-per-view? I would not. If they're not going to physically fight.
If they clumped a bunch of these things together, maybe. Because, like, when you think about it, like, when you're paying for pay-per-view, you're paying to watch the very best.
Right.
So you're...
At least perceived, sure.
And that's if that's Conor McGregor, if that's Floyd Mayweather, whoever. But those two aren't the best.
Khabib.
Right, they're not the best.
They're not the
Exactly.
best.
They're legendary.
Yeah, right, but they're not the best. So that's another reason. Like, I mean, hell, at least you know...
Larry Bird and Magic Johnson are going to play right now.
Even with WrestleMania, at the end, they're going to put up the 2 biggest stars that they've got, and they're going to go head-to-head. You know what I mean? So this is just...
Hulk Hogan did not body slam Andre the Giant in the first round and first card.
It's not the big... It's not that they're not big names. It's just not the best players.
Right.
Well, the good thing is, too, is that time of year, they won't have to compete with anything like Alabama-Auburn or giant college football rivalry games that go on that damn weekend, like an Apple Cup or nothing. They'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I
very
don't know.
smart.
The kind of cool part is they say they're going to throw in other bets during the round for like longest drive and this and that.
Yeah,
but I'm with you. It sounds like I like the whole idea of this. It sounds fun and exciting. I just don't want to pay pay-per-view for it.
No, it's not worth all that. It's not worth all that.
It's not. Who do you think wins, though?
Tiger.
Man, I don't know. I really don't know because they're never in. I mean, Tiger's been in contention lately, so I guess he's probably playing the best golf.
I'm also not positive if they're playing like. Is it like a stroke total? Is this just
I don't know,
hole by hole? You know what I mean?
Right.
Is it? I forget what you call that.
Match play.
Match play. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going on out there.
Stroke total. Phil Mickelson had a stroke. He had 3. Tiger had 4. Tiger's a winner.
Stroke total. That happens. We've been talking about it all day. Obviously, Big Bang Theory coming to an end. Those guys are making a ton of money.
Yep.
Random question. Does anybody in here watch the show?
No, I think Mike did, but if I remember correctly, he may have given up toward the end there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. I'm always interested in that, too. It's like, I know that show is so popular. People love it. Even young Sheldon is doing a great... You know what? Do you think Jim Parsons gets a piece of that?
No.
Because it's his character's name.
Yep, but you didn't create the character. He doesn't have proprietary... Unless he wrote the show, that's one thing.
I think it's just amazing how fast 12 years goes by.
Well, is it 12 years or 12 seasons?
Oh, okay.
Because, I read one thing that said 12 years.
Upcoming 12th season will be their last one.
Okay.
But no, the show started, it's been 11 years. The show started in 2007. I read that earlier today.
Okay.
So, goddamn, it's been on that long. So, why does he want to leave? Think about this. The show started in 2007.
And he wants to go do something, like, no offense, like, he probably wants to be Jim Parsons, an actor, not just Jim Parsons from the Big Bang Theory.
Too late. He will be Sheldon forever. It's going to be his Spock or his Captain Kirk, his Frasier.
But he might be able to break out of it.
I think he'll be most famous for that, but like Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I think now is with Veep and everything. She's still most famous, I would say, for Seinfeld, but I think she
It's
broke
not
out on
that.
her
Let
own.
me put it this way. You're 100% correct, but you see him at a restaurant and someone's like, that's what's his name? Sheldon. That's all. That's how you know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
As you're trying to remember what they know he's Jim Parsons.
Well, you got to go. I always go back to the Idris Elba route. Like there was just like 5 or 6 years where he did interviews where he's like, I'm not going to talk about The Wire. Like, don't bring it up to me. It's like everybody's called him Stringer Bell. And
hey,
now
you're Stringer Bell. But as a human being, he's like, I'm not Stringer Bell. That's my character. But when people say you are, it's like, no, man, I play him. Right?
You must be a pretty good actor.
It's also kind of weird because one time in Baltimore, walking by, where they had all the stuff going on. We're going down like a Friday night show. I walked by and they were filming, and he's sitting in the stairwell, and I looked at him and literally went, "Oh, Stringer Bell!"
Right? He's probably like, "God damn it!"
I hope I'm the guy that pushed him over the line.
Didn't this white dude walk by, man?
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. Mike's got your headlines coming up here in just a few minutes. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go as we head to Memphis, where a hospital worker is caught having sex with a corpse. You'd actually be shocked how a few words rhyme with corpse.
Warps and octothorpes.
Thorpes, yeah. Woman in England contracts rare flesh-eating STD.
Oh.
A North Carolina teacher punishes student for using manners. You see, in a family, hike turns terrifying in Yellowstone. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
A bizarre story out of North Carolina. A 10-year-old student came home to his parents looking defeated and had something for them to sign. It was a paper that his teacher had made him write, in which he filled both sides of the page, writing the word ma'am 4 times per line. When asked why, it was because the student would not quit referring to the teacher as ma'am.
So what is the problem?
Lord if I know. The parents have taught their kids to use such words out of respect, and they took the matter to the school principal. The teacher acknowledges the punishment for the term, but assumed the student knew that she was kidding. The student was removed from the class at the request of the parents, but want a solution that prevents it from happening to other students.
Unbelievable. Okay.
I didn't know if it was a pronoun thing. There are some people that don't like being called sir or ma'am.
Yeah, we don't punish a kid for it.
Right.
Mike, we have breaking news from the drink desk.
Oh, heaven.
Thanks, Miles. The headline reads, man pushes 15 boiled eggs up rectum and tears intestines.
Oh, no.
The man who pushed 15 hard-boiled eggs up his rectum had to undergo emergency surgery after tearing his intestines. The 29-year-old man had taken GHB when he made the decision and began to boil the eggs with his partner. The man, who has not been identified, is from the Netherlands, but when the eggs were ready, he peeled them and then inserted them all into his anus. When he began feeling unwell, he took himself to the hospital, where doctors discovered that he had something I cannot possibly pronounce, but basically an elevated heartbeat. Doctors performed abdominal sepsis and performed a CT scan, which showed a perforation to the pelvic colon and giant amounts of air and fluids in his abdominal cavity.
Oh, my God.
The doctor said, "This is why we deemed an emergency necessary." The procedure, involving a large incision through the abdominal wall to gain access into the abdominal cavity, was performed successfully.
What is GHB?
Something that you should never do, Mike.
Yeah, and that's what I assumed. It's going to make me sick.
Thank you, Steve. We appreciate it.
Hard-boiled eggs
That
in my
is a
rectum.
fresh headline.
The easiest way, honestly, it's the date rape drug. That's what GHB is. But some people in certain communities will use it the problem is you can't really tell the dosing, so people try to use it as like a party drug, but
Use it on the phone.
it's also the date rape drug. Like nobody should be.
I bought a dozen eggs. Guess where they are? Waiting in Indianapolis tonight.
Well, that seems as good a time as any. It is time once again for
Man versus Beast.
Ribbit. Ribbit. Ribbit.
Man versus Beast.
It doesn't end.
No, it doesn't.
That is the greatest 13 seconds that I have on this show.
Makes me feel like my phone's ringing.
But you're here.
That is 13 seconds.
It doesn't ring if you're near it.
I know. I'm doing a better job at turning the ringer off.
You are. I was like, Miles, I am going to throw that goddamn phone away.
Today
Either that or I'm going to start answering it.
Yeah.
For this edition of Man vs. Beast, we make our way to Yellowstone National Park, where the expected happened. A family of 4 was out on a hike in Yellowstone National Forest. While out on the trail, the 10-year-old boy in the family was charged and attacked by a black bear that lived in the area.
What you doing here, white boy?
Because you're
in the wrong neighborhood.
The bear knocked
in the wrong part of the forest.
You're going to go like, hello.
Yeah, homie.
The bear knocked the kid down, but was deterred by the kid's parents when they deployed bear mace about 5 feet from the bear's face.
Oh, it's just like you.
The boy was taken to the local clinic where he was treated for injuries to his butt, wrists, and back.
Oh, you know I'm the truth of that ass?
That's right. Bad.
So Yellowstone National Park.
Yes.
Only you and me. Hey there.
No.
Hey there, Timmy.
Together forever. Only you can make me feel special inside.
Why don't you take off your shirt too?
And your pants.
I want to go home.
Put the hat back on.
Close. We're getting down the home stretch here, Mike.
A woman in Chicago was looking for a nosy
I got a bear
neighbor.
hug.
No. That's every headline said that. My God, so
we're going to get a pause joke in, but we run out of time. Next time we'll see you for the random question. Your guess is as good as mine. Men's Room Rules, and we'll drink and tell us with the shout of the day.
Yes, indeed. It is all true. Write it in ink. Until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.